that was right on cue to let me know that I'm right on point. So I'm hearing they. So originally in your life plan, you had it so that you had some type of disease and you passed away early, right? You had all this great fortune at the beginning of your life, but you passed away early. And these destiny swappers, whoever they went to, didn't tell them that because I hear they wanted the money. They wanted the 4 grand. They wanted the money. So they didn't tell them that. And they did the destiny swap ritual. But now they've put the disease on them. Like they took away something from, like, a disease that would have killed you early in your 40s, and it's going to them. So if they were older when they met you, and say you were like in your 20s, and now they're going to pass away in their 60s instead of in their 80s or 90s, because they were older than you when you met them. So they would have been like in their 40s. Okay? And see that, and the first thing that came out was judgment, and the high priestess. You see how she's doing magic, and basically it's like the the practitioner that did this was like put an extra in there for you to get wealth when this person, specifically when this person was passing away. They're watching from far away still, and they stayed friends with this person. They stayed in touch with this person who did this to you, just to watch them. Because I'm getting not a lot of people like this person. They're really, and your children are okay. They try to stop the fruit of your womb, and they don't know how. See how she looks pregnant? Even her belly button is sticking out. They don't know how you're alive. They don't know how you are okay. They don't know how you're making it because they took everything from you. Yeah, now they're in regret. They're looking back at what they've done. They also are a very powerful spiritual worker, but they use adverse magic. Yeah, look what came out now. The hanging man flew out. They hung themselves. And the noose they created for you is created for them. Now they look silly. They look childish. And you're just zooming right past Six of Swords. Happening fast for you. Like you took the swords that they stabbed you with and you made a slay. You're literally slaying. And they're mad because they can't process how fast your life is going. They can't manipulate. They can't process fast enough. See? Death. Baby. King of Swords at the bottom of the deck, and you're just going to be there with your one sword. You're holding onto the sword because you don't stab nobody in the back. You don't need multiple swords. You don't need multiple tricks up your sleeve. But they do. They felt like they needed it because they always felt inadequate. And that has to go to it goes back to their narcissistic parents who they never felt enough, so they have to go around making everybody not feel like enough. Getting a very strong female energy with this jealous. Yeah, and you're standing strong and they're hurting. They cut themselves in the middle of the water, middle of shark infested water. Look at the penguin like, oh God, you're going to be okay. The penguin's telling them they're going to be okay. Yeah, they're going to be okay. They're going to go have a life review and they're going to realize they should not have did that. It's about to blow. That's what I heard. It's about to blow. You gathered all your sticks. You came. It's about to blow. You're getting out right before it blows up. Like you got out of there. You got out of there. See? You're the Queen of Wands. You went from the Ten of Wands to the Queen of Wands. Now you make it because you saw how it was done, and now you make it. You It's like if you started a business from the ground up as opposed to somebody who was given the business and has to come in and learn. And they did it to themselves. The devil at the bottom of the deck. That's the third card that confirms they did it to themselves. You don't have to feel guilty about nothing. It's hearing, don't help them. Don't go visit them at hospice. Don't take them to their funeral. Let me see. The King of Swords. Your masculine and your feminine energy are gonna be uh, combined. It's gonna bring you back to that which before the separation. See, Three of Wands. You've been practicing, right? You see, this one is a magnifying glass instead of the ball of flame like the rest of the wands. You've been practicing so that you won't mess up. I'm getting all the tribulation you went through and all the foolish mistakes that you made in your youth. You're not going to make them in the latter years. Yeah, see? Now you have a treasure. It was buried deep. They couldn't find it. It didn't come up. See? And watching from afar, the Four of Pentacles, somebody's waiting. Somebody put that for you in the future. They're waiting to give you this money. They're waiting. It's coming. They're waiting, but they were waiting until this happened because you're not going to prosper while this person is alive because they're going to do everything in their power. Even if they have to go out of the way to, like, you have a job interview, they're going to slash your tires. Or I'm hearing they've even called your workplace to tell lies about you, or like you confided and said, oh, they found out something happened. Or you confided in somebody who you thought was their friend, or you confided in somebody who you thought was your friend that you didn't know was sent by this narcissist, one of the flying monkeys. You confided in them, and that person was going back and telling the other person that acted like they didn't want nothing to do with you, or they acted like they weren't paying attention to you, or they were hiding in the shadows or whatever. And they were calling and be like, well, she told me this. How would I know? How would I know if she didn't tell me? And you literally weren't telling that person anything. Ooh, child. People just making up stories about you. And that's happened to me before. Like one time it was like a Christmas party for work, and I just didn't want to go. I wasn't feeling the vibe. Um and my boss called me and was like, hey, you're not coming? And I was like, no, I just want to be at home. I'm really tired. It was the holidays. I was working in a nail salon and it was really busy. I just wanted to be home and I was tired. It's really busy in the holiday season, if anybody who works in a salon knows. And he was like, well, your coworker saw you here. And I was like, I literally came straight home from work and I'm laying down and I haven't moved. He was like, well, she described your car and it even has a little sticker in the back. And she said she saw you over here. And I was like, I literally came home and parked my car. I haven't gone anywhere. And ever since then, it was a really funny situation, like in that works space. But, and I believe my boss believed my coworker, but who was stealing, by the way, and was doing all these underhanded things. And I think she was trying to blame me, but she couldn't because we had cameras. So, or like I wouldn't be there those days. Like something would come up and I just wouldn't be there. I feel like it was divine protection. But yeah, I literally was at home and she was saying I was somewhere else. And I was like, do you want to come to my house and you can see that I'm home? You can even touch my car and feel that my car is cold because I literally had been home already. I was like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm tired. I just want to stay home. But yeah. Anyways, see, maybe that's confirmation for somebody is bringing it to light. See, the Hermit has the ball of fire lighting the way, and everybody's going to be looking on and they're looking at you now. They're looking over there like, what's the commotion? And it's you getting a reward. See, because you're being set free. Strength, the whale. A whale, they told a whale of the tail. Mermaid tail. Oh, God, they told a whale of a tail, boy. It's a good read. I'm so glad I listened. Thank you. Look, they're gonna be crying. The Three of Swords. Crying whale because they told a whale of a tale. It's see how the whale is no longer with us, and they're trying to undo it. Like, like, and it's not gonna be undone. It's what they did can't be undone. They went to a very look. The wind is howling. Everybody's looking. A trickster. How you standing on the fish doing tricks? Somebody's literally tricking. It's gonna be found out that that's how somebody's getting their money. Selling themselves short. The devil came out at the bottom of the deck twice. That's the second time. 10:33 on the timestamp. Again, justice. Judgment was the first card. Justice is the second card. And look, you see, Nine of Pentacles. Somebody was in the shadows. They had your money tied up on purpose. They was working there. Magic. Let's see. I got something for you. You see that little smart face? Got something for you in these hands, a little Leroy. But you have help. You see the assistants? You have two fairies here, a frog. That's crazy because I was thinking about there was this toad that kept showing up last year at my house in the front yard. And I was thinking about it this morning. That's the confirmation. Blueberry toads. The magician. Two of swords. See, but they're laughing. They're smiling together. You're going to find people that vibe with you. Now, it's going to be painful. Might not be a physical situation. It might just be like a tower. See that? Oh man. See that? Oh my god. There's probably so much joy. Like you're gonna have so much joy. Not because the downfall of the other person, because you minded your business. You drink water and mind my business. That's what you did. I'm hearing you've been having stomach issues. Maybe you've been constipated. Um, a lot of women have prolapsed organs, especially if they had a baby. I'm hearing work on that. I've been working on that and it's been helping me tremendously. Look, this card came out, Ten of Pentacles. It wanted to come out. They did it to themselves again with the devil at the bottom of the deck. People are going to be watching you, so get in shape. Start taking care of yourself. Start feeling good. Yeah, you don't do nothing to nobody. You don't. Somebody told me that. Like it's crazy because I had a situation and I knew that somebody knew somebody else and they had like sent this person to basically try to ruin my life. And at one point the person was just like, you're not how they say you are. And first of all, that's not the first person who's told me this. So it's happened to me on multiple occasions, the whole gang stalking thing. But the person was like, you're not who they say you are. He was like, you don't do anything to anybody. They lied to me about you. And like he wouldn't go any further than that because he knew I knew already. And I was like, they do this. That's what they do. And then after that, it was like he completely lost interest. He wasn't even like he wasn't interested in me at all from the beginning. But when he saw that he was doing something wrong, he immediately stopped. And I feel like that's what saved his life. If you understand, if you know, you know, you get it, you get it. Sun card at the bottom of the deck. Yep, it's coming through all the way. And look how surprised they are. Like they're so happy that the sun is there and all the turtles and the fish and everything is around you. Let's see. I'm gonna pull one more card too from my oracle deck. There's the last one from here. Yep, temperance. Since you kept your temperance, look how they caught. They caught somewhere where they're not supposed to be. They are somewhere where they're not supposed to be. They took what wasn't there. They are somewhere where they're not supposed to be. They should not have did that destiny swap. Now they're gonna deal with the disease that you should have because look, because they were a fool. Now I'm gonna get my crystal mandala oracle and see what messages come out from there. I'm guided to pull these out. This is only like my third time using this deck. So it's not, it's very stiff still. Look at that. It's your time to shine. Crystal Master 333. It's your time to shine. Ascendant Master Helios and Citrine. Get some citrine. And then you have Goddess Durga and Hematite, Spear of the Guru Mother. Queen of Swords, baby. And the Sun. Need I say more? No, I don't. I think you know what's going on. So that's all I got for today. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel, leave comments below. All my information is going to be in the description, so that way you can contact me if you need a personal reading. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day. Love and light, and they will be all right, baby. Don't you worry your pretty little head about what somebody else is doing. You worry about yourself. Take care of yourself. Love yourself.